Hello, I'm Don.
You should probably tell us what we're doing when you say, you expect me to say something.
Well, what do you think? It's going well so far. Hi, I'm Don.
Am I supposed to go?
Yes,
Are you going to edit this? Do you have enough memory on your phone?
I think
'Cause I
so.
don't.
For a little while. I know your phone sucks. I should have probably got the new phone before I even did
before I
this.
started.
Yeah.
Is that mine or the dog?
That's yours. I got it that time.
Goody.
Take 3. Hi, I'm Don.
I wasn't done laughing. You're like, I didn't know you meant take 3 when you said take 3. You don't even watch.
Are you done laughing?
No.
Okay.
Oh, look, you can find little things on the box.
You can?
That's a better box.
Yeah. Are you ready?
I guess so.
Okay.
They shop at Kohl's.
They do. Hi, I'm Don.
And I'm Melanie.
And we're the Smiths. We're here to talk about the fact that we're empty nesters just recently, and we have something that we've come up with that we think is a good idea for us to do something a little bit different. So, a year or two ago, we went to a yard sale. A little bit of background: we do some eBay, so we go to yard sales, look for things to resell on eBay. And at this particular yard sale, we found a large box of menus of restaurants that a lot of them in the Northeast Ohio area, but from all over the country. And we went up and asked them the question of, how did you get all of these menus? Do you want to tell how we got the menus? Or how they got the menus?
I think you can tell it better.
I can tell it better. So basically, she put a smile on her face and said, well, my husband and I, when we were dating, and we dated for a very long time, after every restaurant that we went to, we borrowed we got a text. Oh, from Molly. That's nice. Oh, I have to do the spreadsheet. Anyway. So she basically said that after every restaurant that they went to, they would borrow a menu from that restaurant, thinking that someday they would put it together in some sort of a shadow box or decorate a wall or something like that with them. But that never came.
Decorate their bar.
Decorate their bar. So that never came to pass, so they just decided to sell them. Well, thinking that there may be some rare menus out there that some people might want to have, we bought them to possibly sell on eBay. So we put them away and kind of didn't give it a second thought. Until we became empty nesters and we were trying to come up with something to, keep an interest in the relationship, do something new and kind of unique. So we remembered about the menus and we thought, what a great idea it would be to randomly pick out one of the menus every week and try to go to that restaurant. Now, obviously, some of these menus are from 20 years ago, 25 years ago, and some of the restaurants don't exist anymore. So
it's more like 30 because they had been married 26 years.
That's true. So it could have been 30 years, in essence, a long time ago. So we've had to be a little bit creative in some of the menus that we've pulled. We've had to kind of come up with other options, and some of the menus are even from other states or locations that, like I said, aren't either here or just really isn't conducive to us flying out to Portland, Oregon to go to dinner. So the first menu that we pulled was from Margaritaville. Now, this one was the Key West location. However, we weren't going to fly down to Key West, but they did have a Margaritaville up in the Cleveland area. So we decided to go to Cleveland for Margaritaville for number one. And what we decided was, rather than borrow the new menus from all of these places, we would find some kind of memento to remind us about the experience. Now, on the first one, we have a couple of mementos.
You're wearing one. You're wearing.
I'm wearing one of them, my hat from Margaritaville, because they actually did have a store. I purchased it. I did not borrow it. And we also, we did borrow a napkin.
You got this nice bag with your...
We got a bag with the purchase that we keep the mementos in, and we did take their napkin. It's a cloth napkin.
Not a cloth. It's a paper one.
It's a paper napkin.
But it has a name on it.
But it had the name on it. The second one that we did was, which one was the second one?
You picked the second one.
I picked the second one. The Hard Rock Cafe.
Chicago.
Now, same thing. There used to be a Hard Rock in Cleveland.
Which there probably should be because it's the rock and roll capital of the world, and we had the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but apparently not enough people went there, so it's not open anymore.
Well, for a while, they moved it from downtown to the Roxino in Northville Park. But eventually, once again, it just kind of folded there. And some other restaurants took its place. So we went to one of the restaurants that was actually at the site where Northville Park and the Roxino were. And you have that menu?
No, we didn't steal a menu.
Oh, that's right.
So we instead we went out to gamble.
So we have our cash out voucher for 20 cents that we
started with $20.
And it is surprising how quickly $20.
No, less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, less than 5 minutes we were done. The most frustrating thing is when you pull the lever and you win, and the amount that you win is actually less than what you bet in the first place. So we're not much for gambling.
Not our thing.
Not our thing.
But it was, check it off the bucket list.
Mm-hmm.
We did a slot machine.
So what was the third one?
I picked BW3s, which nobody really calls it that anymore. It's commonly known as Buffalo Wild Wings now. So there's several of those in this area. I don't think we ever could see where the original one was from.
That they got the menu from.
Although this does say
Cincinnati.
So maybe that's where it was from. But I know there was one in Akron back in our day when we went to college in Akron. So there were several back in our day as well.
It's actually kind of appropriate that we pulled that one because when we were dating, we would go to BW3s. And it's actually where some of our college friends kind of started the process of trying to get us together in the first place. So it was kind of an appropriate one. So we went to Kent State, that area, Kent, and went to the Buffalo Wild Wings there, which since we were Akron alum, it seemed like it was...
But the Akron one isn't there anymore, so...
Yeah. So it seemed wrong to go to Kent State being an Akron alum, but we managed. And the memento that we got from there?
We got a little baggie. Buffalo Wild Wings.
Mm-hmm.
And we borrowed some little wet nap things. There's a little buffalo on it. Cute little buffalo.
Yep.
So
that was number 3. So 2 more. So week 4, what was the one we drew there? Oh, it was Champions. Champions does still exist, but not in the Cleveland area. So we kind of hem and hawed about the best way to do this one. And where we went with this one was we looked up Champion and found out there is a Champion, Ohio, out towards Youngstown. So we figured that sounds reasonable. And we found a restaurant out in Youngstown that we could go to.
Bad planning on our part.
Which was bad planning because we found a restaurant called Cockeyes.
Oh yeah, Cockeyes Barbecue. Sounded good.
Sounded great.
Good reviews.
Mm-hmm. So we started driving out on a Tuesday evening to go to Cockeyes Barbecue. And as we're driving out there, I asked Mel,
I think it was Thursday. No,
it was a Tuesday.
We missed a week. We had family obligations, so we moved it. We actually did two
in 1 week
restaurants last week. Yeah.
So as we're driving out, I asked Mel, why don't you look up how late they're open to make sure that, you know, because we were going to go to another store before we hit it. And as she was looking it up, we discovered that
They're closed Monday and Tuesday, so
darn labor shortage.
already being almost a Youngstown, we went to Plan B.
We went to Plan B, which was find anything in Champion, Ohio, which we found the beach. What is it? The beach?
Caribbean Beach?
No, it wasn't Caribbean. That's Disney. It was the beach bar or something like that. And it sounded nice.
But it was like Caribbean themed.
It was Caribbean themed. It was beach themed.
Oh, that maybe. Oh no, it wasn't Beach Bar.
Yeah, so it was a beach bar, and it was a little bit of a dive bar. Not necessarily our style, but we made the agreement that no matter where we chose, we would do it. So we went in, had some typical bar food, and not the best meal that I've ever had in my life, but
It was cheap.
it was cheap, and there was karaoke. So
That
win.
was interesting.
Only one drunk person singing.
Inebriated people singing karaoke.
So bad planning led to us at least getting a little bit of sand from
We
the
borrowed the sand from what used to be their sand valley volleyball court.
right.
Volleyball.
All right, and menu number 5.
That's right here somewhere. Tommy's.
Tommy's wood-fired grill.
I pulled Tommy's.
You pulled Tommy's.
Tommy's used to be in Avon Lake, Ohio, and we looked it up, and it's not there anymore. So, I think 30 years for a restaurant is rare, apparently. So, we did a search on Tommy's, any Tommy's, within a reasonable amount of time from Akron, Ohio, and we came up with
TJ's.
It wasn't really Tommy's, but there were nothing with the word Tommy's close to us.
But it was
So-
founded by Tommy.
Yeah, Tom. So we went with Tom, and Tom that created this restaurant went by his initials of TJ's. So
Down
we
in
ended up
Worcester,
with
Ohio.
TJ's.
So, which by the way, if you're keeping track, has the best food of the 5 places that we've stopped. So right inside Worcester.
Right in Worcester.
And the memento that we got from there is their
We borrowed their specials menu.
just the specials menu. So TJ's weekly drink and weekly specials.
They did a cool thing there, though.
Oh, yeah.
Good food, and we read the menu ahead of time online, and there was something that we've never seen on a menu before, but there's an option to tip the kitchen staff. So
Yeah, actually you buy them a drink.
buy them around drinks.
Yeah, buy them a round of drinks for after work. So they said if the food's good to do that. And the food really was good. It was, like I said, the best we've had yet. So we did that, and we also, left a tip on there. So another thing we're trying to do during this is because of COVID and all these places that are, struggling to get workers in and the people that are out there doing it, we have been trying to tip a lot better than what we normally would. Not that we were ever bad tippers, but, you throw a little bit extra in, to, encourage everybody for what they're doing and thank them for being out there and letting us go to a restaurant and not have to cook for an evening, right? All right, so we're now to the exciting part of tonight. We're going to do draw number 6 of the menus. And I believe it's my turn, isn't it?
It is.
So the hope
Maybe
is
we'll pick something that still exists.
that exists. So
Or isn't all the way across the country.
this is the box of menus. And when I said it was large, it is large. All right.
I'm not gonna look.
I'm not going to look.
Ta-da!
Slam Jams. Does that exist?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
That is the pool.
So, Slam Jams is the pool. We'll find out if it still exists, and if not, we'll tell you. We'll plan accordingly, and
let you know where we end up.
sounds like a plan. All right, thanks. Have a good night.